Hello, I'm a guy that likes to talk about music, and today I want to talk about John Fogerty and Centerfield. That's the one where he sings, Put me in, coach, I'm ready to play. Yeah, it's one of the few songs I know of that's about baseball. In fact, it's one of the few songs I know about a sport of any kind. I can remember the Super Bowl Shuffle, if anybody remembers that one, and I can remember LL Cool J did this, the football rap, I think it was called, and I remember it because it was on a movie called Wildcats with Goldie Hawn, and the actress did it during the closing credits. But this is a song about baseball, about playing baseball, and it's a great song about it. In fact, it's such a great song about baseball that it was actually inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Yeah, Fogerty had this guitar shaped like a bat that he donated to the Hall of Fame Museum. And so, as far as I know, John Fogerty is the only person in the entire world who you can see displays of in both the Baseball Hall of Fame and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Yeah, he's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame because, you know, his days with Creedence and AKA CCR, AKA Creedence Clearwater Revival. That's the band in the 60s, did Bad Moon Rising, Proud Mary, Fortunate Son, Born in the Bayou. Yeah, they're good. Anyway, he released this one in 1985. It was on the album titled Centerfield. However, this song never became a top 40 song. It was actually released as a B-side song. It was released, the A-side was a song called Rock and Roll Girls, and that one charted. But Centerfield was never on the charts. It wasn't even released as a single, but yet that's the one everybody remembers. So it kind of confuses me why they did not release that as a single. I mean, you listen to the song and you think, what kind of record company people would not recognize how great this is? And plus, the album is called Centerfield. It's got the album cover of Centerfield. Why would you not release this as a single, you weirdos? Yeah, and this is the song everybody remembers. Nobody remembers Rock and Roll Girls. Nobody remembers The Old Man Down the Road, which was the big song from that album. I mean, I remember those two songs because, you know, I have the album on tape. But that's me. Nobody else is going to remember it. The song actually got famous because it was played at baseball games, which makes sense. I mean, if you're one of those guys whose job it is to play music at the baseball game, and you find out, you discover this song, yeah, you're probably going to get pretty excited. Yeah, you'd probably get all excited about discovering that there's a rock and roll song about baseball, and a good rock and roll song about baseball, too. I mean, I'm not even a baseball fan. I'm not even a baseball fan. I couldn't tell you anything about baseball. You put a baseball game on TV, I'm going to fall asleep. But yet, even I love this song. But there's a lot to like about this song. It's got that fun hand clap there at the beginning. Guess that's a drum machine, and I think the guitar is really good. But I really like John Fogerty's guitar playing, anyways. You know, I've long thought of him as being one of the greatest guitarists in rock. I guess there's an argument to be made for that. I'm sure there's a lot of people who disagree, but that's an argument for another time. But I really like the guitar on this song because it's got that old-fashioned rock and roll sound to it. It sounds like something you would hear on the La Bamba soundtrack or something, you know. And there's an organ in the song, which I think is a nice touch because the organ, I don't know if they did this on purpose or not, but, back in the old days, they used to have an organ player playing at the games, you know, that dun, 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 dun. So, yeah, the organ was a nice touch. And, yeah, like I said, I've never been a big baseball fan. I've always been a big music fan instead. And, like, back in the 80s, I knew a lot more about Ozzy Osbourne than Ozzy Smith. And I could probably name off the names of more famous bass players than baseball players. I do know who Joe DiMaggio is, though. That he's one of the names mentioned in the song. And of course, I'm going to know who Joe DiMaggio is because he was mentioned in Billy Joel's "We Didn't Start the Fire." Joe DiMaggio, and he was in Simon and Garfunkel's "Mrs. Robinson" song. I never did understand that part, anyway. And I know that DiMaggio played for the New York Yankees because Paul Simon and Billy Joel are both New Yorkers, so they sing about New York things. So I may not notice all the baseball references in the song, and there are many, but I can tell you about what one line is in reference to. There's a line in the song that goes, Around from third and headed for home, it's a brown-eyed, handsome man. Yeah, that's actually in reference to a Chuck Berry song. Chuck Berry did a song called Brown Eyed Handsome Man, and he says something about rounding third and headed for home. Of course, I thought it's a reference about me. It's a brown eyed, handsome man. Or maybe not, because I'm really not that handsome. Not anymore, anyway. But I still got the brown eyes, though. Anyway, one of the reasons I really like this song is because, see, to me, it's not really about baseball. To me, it's more of a metaphor. Put me in, coach, I'm ready to play. It's about, I don't know, maybe being ready to do something difficult or ready to get into a fight and accomplish something, I guess. But you know what? I could talk about that some other time. Right now, I guess I need to get him there and play, except work, actually.